When my brother and I were 12, back in 2006, we found ourselves alone at my dad and stepmom's house. It was a sunny afternoon, around 3 p.m., the kind of day that feels too ordinary for anything sinister. My dad, stepmom, and younger siblings were away in a soccer game in the next town, leaving the house eerily quiet. My brother and I were tucked away in my dad's room at the back of the house, half watching a movie when the knock came. It was a sharp, deliberate sound, shattering the peaceful silence. We froze. Being latchkey kids growing up with our single mum, having visitors drop by unannounced wasn't unusual. But this wasn't our mum's house. This was a quiet neighborhood where we knew no one, and no one knew us. The knock wasn't just unexpected, it was wrong. Ignoring it felt like the safest option, but a gnawing instinct told me to check the door. Something about it felt off. My brother wasn't moving, and I knew he wouldn't, so I steeled myself and crept down the hallway toward the front door. Each step felt heavier as the air grew thick with tension. The house's design meant whoever was at the door couldn't be seen from the street. Tall bushes and trees shielded the entrance, making it a perfect spot for someone who didn't want to be noticed. As I approached, I crouched below the window and peeked through the blinds. My heart stopped. Standing on the porch was a man, middle-aged, thin but not frail, with a ring of salt and pepper hair circling his bald scalp. His hands were hidden behind his back, but in one I caught the glint of something metal. A knife? I couldn't be sure, but whatever it was, he was deliberately hiding it. I twisted the door lock as quietly as I could, the faint click echoing in my ears. My stomach churned with the thought of how close we'd come to leaving it open. The man didn't look up, didn't react, but his presence felt suffocating. I backed away slowly, barely breathing, and hurried back to my dad's room. "There's a guy at the door," I whispered to my brother, my voice shaking. His eyes widened as he grabbed the house phone and called my dad. The urgency in his voice must have been palpable because my dad immediately told us to let Buddy, his Rhodesian Ridgeback, inside. Buddy's deep, booming barks filled the house as soon as we let him in. It was a small comfort, but not enough to quell the dread coursing through us. We retreated to a bathroom near the front door, clutching a kitchen knife, huddling on the cold tile floor as my brother dialed 911. The operator's voice was calm, but we were anything but. Between gasping sobs, we explained that a man was at the door, possibly armed. As my brother spoke, I heard it. The unmistakable sound of the doorknob twisting. He was trying to get in. We held our breath, staring at the bathroom door as if it would burst open any second. Buddy's furious barking was the only thing keeping the tension from snapping into full-blown panic. I prayed that the dog's growls would be enough to deter the man, that he wouldn't test the door's strength. Minutes felt like hours until we heard the sound of sirens. Relief washed over me as the man outside disappeared.